Marketing online is changing fast, and even savvy business owners are struggling to keep up. AI search is blowing up, paid ads got reworked, and short-form video is your best way to find free customers. You don't need 20 tabs of articles and tutorials open. We've laid out the latest playbook in one place. Welcome to part 1 of our 4-part Marketing Masterclass. We're going through 10 digital marketing strategies, from the basics to advanced tactics that businesses are using to win right now. Get cozy, pour some tea, and let's get you ahead of the game. You might have heard of a marketing funnel, but what does that really look like when you're trying to figure out where to show up and how to reach your customer? Before you spend a single dollar on marketing, I'm going to ask you one simple question. Where is your customer actually spending their time? Stay with me because I don't mean demographics like women 25 to 34 who like home decor, or any of that usual advice. Instead, what you need to understand is the 3 different decision modes. Let me show you what I mean. Say you sell cozy, oversized throw blankets. Your customer is out there right now in one of 3 modes. Mode number 1, boredom. They're scrolling TikTok on the couch, watching reels in line at the coffee shop, flipping through YouTube shorts. They're not shopping, they don't know that they want your product yet. But if the right piece of content catches their eye, like a cozy blanket styling video that makes their couch look incredible, you just planted a seed. Mode number 2, research. Something triggered them. Maybe they saw that TikTok last week, maybe they just moved into a new apartment, or maybe it's getting cold and their current blanket is just like kinda sad. Now they're Googling best oversized throw blankets, reading Reddit threads about which ones are actually soft, and watching reviews on TikTok. They're comparing and evaluating. Mode number 3, ready to buy. They know what they want. They're searching buy oversized chunky knit blanket, free shipping, or clicking a link someone sent them. They just need to find the right one and then check out. Here's why this matters. If you're only posting on Reels, you're only reaching bored people and missing them when they're actually ready to buy. If you're only running Google ads, you're catching people at the finish line, but you're never planting seeds to get new customers there. When you understand how to show up in every decision mode, you're catching more customers with no gaps. Quick pro tip. There are free tools that help you figure out exactly what your customer is searching for in each mode. Answer the Public shows you every question people are Googling or asking AI about your product. Reddit threads show you how real people actually talk about your niche, completely unfiltered. And the TikTok search can help you see what customers are saying. Use all 3. They're all free, and they'll tell you more about your customer than any demographic report ever will. Okay, SEO. If that term makes your eyes glaze over, stay with me because I'm gonna keep this super simple. Here's what most people get wrong. They treat every page on their website the same, but your product pages are competing for people who are ready to buy, not just people who are browsing. So here's what your product page needs. First, a title that actually describes what you sell, not just gaming headset. Make it wireless gaming headset with noise cancellation, 40-hour battery, PS5 and PC compatible. Now Google knows exactly what it is, and so does your customer. Second, unique product copy that answers real buyer questions. So for example, if you're selling something specific, like say this, you might answer, do the ears light up? Does it work with PS5 and PC? What's the sound quality like? And if you're on Shopify, you're already ahead of the game with a built-in product schema, which just means code that tells search engines and AI your price, availability, and reviews. You don't need to do anything. It's already on. All right, I'll save these for my gaming later. And by the way, everything I just said about writing clear, specific product descriptions, this goes beyond just Google. As AI search grows, this is exactly how you build trust with AI to get your product recommended. We'll get into that later in the video, so stay tuned. Let me tell you something that's super obvious, but I will say it anyways. Paid ads stop working for you the second you stop paying. So this is basically a reminder that you spend time and resources on creative that's ultimately for short-term use. On the other hand, a blog post, a YouTube video, or a pin on Pinterest, those are driving views and sales forever because content compounds. It keeps working for you for free long after you press publish. Here's how to get started. Pick one anchor format, a long form video, a written article, or maybe a visual pin. Create that one thing, then break it down into smaller assets. For instance, if you filmed a 10-minute video about how to style your living room, you can then cut from that 3 short clips for YouTube Shorts and TikTok, make a blog post, and craft an email with the top takeaways. So for the work of one piece of content, you get assets across multiple channels. This is the secret sauce behind businesses that are winning right now. And the formats that convert best for e-commerce right now, how-to product tutorials, gift guides, and UGC, aka user-generated content. Each one maps to a stage of the buyer's journey like we talked about earlier. And by the way, Pinterest deserves way more love than it gets. Pinterest is a search engine where people are actively looking to buy things, and content on that platform has a 2-year lifespan. So if you sell anything visual, home, fashion, food, gifts, Pinterest should definitely be on your list. Have you heard of the app tax? It's all those little subscription apps adding up every month just to run your business. What if I told you a huge chunk of what you're paying for is already built into Shopify for free? Shopify gives you marketing tools that are already tied directly into the heart of all your data: store, customer, and sales. It's all already in one system and living in one place. So you don't need to bounce around between 5 apps or, again, have those 20 tabs open, I see you, just to figure out what's driving sales. So what does that look like? Right from your admin under marketing, you can create campaigns, send emails and SMS texts, and build sign-up forms. Shopify includes tools like customer segmentation, Shopify audiences for Plus merchants, and Shop campaigns to help you reach new or returning customers more efficiently. And even more bonuses, Shopify Flow can trigger marketing actions automatically, like sending emails based on customer behavior. So yes, that's less manual work for you and even more relevance for your customers. The dream. And you can measure your campaign results right alongside your store performance, so you can see what actually converts instead of managing a bunch of disconnected reports. So in short, you can simplify your systems by having your marketing, automations, partner programs, and store data all in one place. And if you don't have Shopify yet, this is indeed your sign. Click on the link in the description below to get started. If you're not making short form video yet, hear me out, because this isn't about going viral, it's about discoverability. Because TikTok, Reels, and YouTube Shorts are search engines. People are searching them the way they've traditionally used Google. So here's what you need to know to get ahead of the game. TikTok actually indexes your audio. The words you say out loud, the text on screen, your captions, all of that is feeding the algorithm. So don't treat captions or on-screen text like a throwaway. So what formats convert the best for e-commerce right now? First, product in-use clips. Think like a raw video, no music, just the product being used by a person in a way that feels really authentic. Then, 3 ways to wear or 3 ways to use series. And finally, POV videos. Film yourself packing orders, walking through your workspace, or showing how your products get made. Think of it like a come to work with me kind of energy. People love seeing behind the scenes. Polished brand ads actually underperform on all 3 platforms. Authenticity will be produced for short form vertical videos. One more thing, YouTube Shorts now leads engagement at almost 6% and serves 200 billion daily views. If you're only posting on TikTok and not YouTube Shorts, you're leaving an entire audience on the table. So cross-post, but tweak your captions per platform. TikTok rewards spoken keywords. Shorts rewards search-friendly titles. Instagram Reels reward keyword-heavy captions. All right, guys, I'm just gonna say it. You do need an email list. I know. It's boring, and you most probably heard this one before, but I'm gonna tell you why and exactly how to set one up that actually converts. First, how you capture emails matters more than you think. A standard email pop-up captures about 4% of visitors, but an interactive one, like a spin wheel or a quiz or a gamified entry, captures 15 to 30%. Shopify Forms handles the basics for free. If you want to level up, check out the Shopify App Store for apps like Aaliyah, Octane, or EA Spin Wheel. Now, once you have the email, here's the 5 email welcome flow that actually works. Spread these out over 14 days. Email number 1, deliver the incentive. So whatever you promised, maybe that's quiz results or a freebie. Email 2, tell your brand story, who you are and why you started. Email 3, social proofs like reviews, testimonials, and press. Email 4, bestseller showcase, your top products with a reason to buy. Email 5, full price offer, no discount, just a confident ask. And the numbers on this are truly wild. Welcome flows hit 45 to 50% open rates and 15 to 30% click-through rates. Nearly half of all email flow revenue comes from new buyers. This is the flow that captures it. And quick note, today we're only talking about emails that help you acquire new customers. If you want to learn more about retention, loyalty, win-back flows, subscribe to this channel called Learn with Shopify, and we'll teach you about those in episode 4 of this Marketing Masterclass. Now let's talk about paid ads. If you're running ads on Meta, aka Facebook and Instagram, Advantage Plus Sales is now the default campaign type for e-commerce. basically Meta's new campaign style designed to make your life easier and get you more sales. Here's how it works. You give Meta 3 things: your budget, creative assets like images, video, copy, and a conversion goal, purchase or driving views to a product catalog. From there, Meta's AI takes over for you. Instead of picking audience manually by demographic, the AI analyzes real-time behavior of users and matches your ads to the people most likely to buy immediately. Plus, it tests a huge number of creative combinations automatically, swapping format, background, placements to fit each channel it's showing up on, from carousels to reels. But, and this is the catch, Meta needs data and time to learn. So I want to talk about the realities of budget here. To fully exit what's called the learning phase, the algorithm typically needs to lock in consistent conversion events within your first week. For most online stores, that means you need a budget baseline of at least $150 to $300 a day, depending on your product price. Below that, the campaign can just spin its wheels, stuck in learning indefinitely. If you're not spending that yet, don't worry. If you're here, you're already ahead of the game. Bookmark this and come back to it as you scale up. And here's the fun part, the creative. Before you launch, prep 8 to 15 different creative assets. Think product shots, lifestyle images, UGC, carousels, testimonials. Having variety beats a single polished hero ad every time because it gives the AI more puzzle pieces to work with. Finally, the biggest rookie mistake you can make is editing your campaign while it's still in that initial learning window. Any major change completely resets Meta's clock. Publish it, hands off, and give it 7 days minimum to do its thing. This one is more advanced, but if you're running Google Ads, this is the setup that's winning right now. Let's talk about Performance Max, or as you might hear it called, PMax. Think of it as your AI marketing assistant. So just like Meta Advantage Plus, you give it your product list, photos, budget, and it takes over from there. PMax will run them across search, shopping, YouTube, Gmail, Maps, and Discover all at once. For most Shopify stores, this all-in-one approach creates 27% more conversions than running old school shopping campaigns alone. One really cool announcement to know about is conversational discovery. Imagine you ask an AI a question like, what's the best way to make my house smell like a forest? Instead of just showing you a couple links as recommendations, an ad or link will now pop up that answers your exact question. Kind of like a helpful store clerk who explains why their product fits exactly what you're looking for. When you're setting up your campaign, switch on Optimize your campaign with AI Max, and then turn on the text customization and let AI Max work its magic. Your product feed is everything here. Shopify's Google channel auto-syncs your inventory and pricing, but you still need to optimize your titles and descriptions with keywords and questions people actually search. So fill in every attribute like color, size, material, and upload lifestyle images alongside your product shots. And bonus tip here, Google now lets you exclude branded searches from Performance Max. What that means is that the AI hunts for new customers instead of recycling people who already know you. Find the new customer value mode and then turn that on. It's worth noting, both Meta and Google's tools are always updating, so keep an eye on their sites for new updates. And reminder, if you're feeling overwhelmed and want us to dive deeper on any of the specific tools we talk about today, leave a comment below and just let us know. So we talked about SEO. Now let's talk about the new kid on the block, GEO, aka Generative Engine Optimization. This is about getting your products recommended by AI platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Google's AI mode. Here's the quick version. AI search referrals have grown over 1,000% year over year. When someone asks ChatGPT, what's the best coffee brand for cold brew? Brands either get recommended or they don't. Unlike traditional Google search, there's no page 2 to scroll to. The traffic coming to your site from an AI recommendation is currently still a pretty small slice, less than 1% of referrals. But it's high conversion traffic because visitors are coming to your site having already researched in an AI conversation. So, how to get cited. Structure your pages with clear, scannable answers. Add FAQ schema. Use real stats and sourcing. Get mentioned on sites that AI references consistently, like Reddit, Quora, and niche blogs. And if you want the deep dive on GEO, we actually made an entire video on this, which you can check out here. All right, friends, we made it to the end of this video, and this may be the most important piece of advice you will hear today. Don't shoot the messenger, and not to burst your bubble, but did you know a lot of your sales aren't being tracked anymore? iPhones, ad blockers, and privacy changes have broken how Meta and Google count conversions. So you might be making decisions on incomplete data. The fix is simple. Meta Conversions API, or CAPI. Now that's a heavy jargon name, but it's actually a really easy concept, so stay with me. CAPI sends your sales data directly from Shopify to Meta and recovers the missing conversions. So, in simpler terms, it's like a private phone line between an online store and Meta. Historically, brands relied on Meta Pixel to track actions like add to cart or purchase. But the pixel lives on the shopper's web browser. When someone took an action, the browser told Meta. But modern browsers and privacy settings increasingly limit that signal, meaning Meta sees less and less of what's actually happening in your store. CAPI fixes this, so the information now talks directly from your shop to Meta. Meta's CAPI option handles the connection automatically through Shopify's Facebook and Instagram channel. No developers, no code, no agency fees. If you've been putting this off, the excuse is now gone. Now, what it does for your ads. Meta's data shows advertisers running CAPI see about 18% lower cost per result on average. It's the same budget making more sales just from cleaner data. And just like that, you've done it. This was part 1 of our 4-part marketing masterclass. Beginner to advanced tactics. Look at you, you expert. Subscribe below for our next episode to learn about winning pricing strategies with my friend Vihan. I'm Margaret Lefton with Learn with Shopify. Vihan, over to you.